today what we were going to accomplish is much more, and it's much more, and everybody is going to participate and try vegan food or plant-based recipes which does not involve any animal cruelty. So a little bit about the cookbook. This cookbook is very unique because the recipes inside the cookbook are not just collected from the bloggers. We let everybody contribute the recipes. Mr. Pravin Bhai, who is a really good, chef himself, and he also contributed 3 of his recipes in the cookbook. And we asked him that if he could volunteer, and then show us a live demo, and there would be such a good event for other people to just see it, right? How to make the stuff. And then he said yes. So we're very excited. So I want to thank Pravin Turakhia, Mr. Pravin Turakhia, thank you so much for being here. And also thank you so much for, on the short notice, you arranged everything. And I also want to thank our all contributors who has contributed recipes from all around the world. And without you, this cookbook would not have been happened. So thank you so much, everyone. And then I will let Sunny introduce to Mr. Turakhia. You can talk about Mr. Pravin Bhai.
Absolutely. Kaishal, if you want to go ahead and take it forward.
Hello, everyone. This is Kaishal Dalal. I am part of JAINA-Ahimsa Eco-Vegan Committee. On behalf of Global Jain Network and Jain Center of Northern California, it is my privilege to introduce to all of you, Sri Pravin Turakhia. He is one of the finest cooks when it comes to cooking Jain vegan food in the Bay Area. He is from Fremont, California, and a proud member of Jain Center of Northern California since 1980. At JCNC, he served as a president, as a member of the board, and as a member of the several committees in the past. Currently, he is a member of the board as well as chairperson of Jiv Daya committee at JCNC. In past, he also served as a chairperson of 6th Jaina Convention in 1991. Pravin has passion and enjoys cooking and trying new recipes. Last year, Pravin led the JAINA-organized Ahimsa meal program for the underprivileged homeless people, where he cooked healthy Jain vegan meals such as Hakka noodles, falafel sandwiches, baklawa, Mexican bowls, and much more for over 2,500 people. He also cooks Jain vegan meal at some of the large JCNC programs. So are you all excited to try some of our quick and easy, mouth-watering Paryushan recipes, such as Papad Dal Dhokli, Tofu Chhole, and Coconut Burfi from our 2022 Paryushan Cookbook. Presenting to you Pravin Turakhia in our first ever virtual cooking demo. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you.
Yay!
Jai Jinendra, Pravin Turakhia. I'll start with Namakar Mantra. You can please join me. Om Namo Arihantanam. Om Namo Siddhanam. Om Namo Ayariyanam. Om Namo Vachayanam. Namo Loe Savasahunam. Eso Panchanamukaro Sauva Pava Panasana Mangalanancha Sauvesim Padamam Havai Mangalam Padamam Havai Mangalam Padamam Havai Mangalam Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let's start with this vibration and let's start our. Before that, I'm introduced. I don't have to say anything about myself, but I would definitely say about this cookbook. That was a 10 months mission led by Megha Shah and Ruchika Chitrabhanu. They really work hard. I was part of a team, and which of course so many other volunteers, of course, but we know how much they spend their time from their busy schedule, basically. It's very hard to realize also. Sometimes we take it for granted, everything, that this has happened, but no, there are so many coordinations required. They work day and night. And besides that, there is a graphic teams. There are so many other little things also involved. And particularly, I congratulate all the participants to share their recipes. Those recipes are unique in a way that you don't find normally anywhere else. And this is particularly pertaining to our special Paryushan event, where a lot of people get lost what to do and not to do, basically. So this will carry them throughout, not this Paryushan only, but in the future, so many Paryushans to come. And particularly, I'm talking about new generations. They kind of lost, and normally, they don't have time or this or that. But I'm sure this will help all of us, younger as well as older. And with that, let's start. We'll start with our first. By the way, all the recipes, I'm just doing 3 recipes. One is Papad Dal Dhokli. See, all 3 are very simple to make, very easy to make. At the same time, it's very good, tasty, you'll find it. And simple thing, you adjust the spices according to your liking, basically. So let's start with Papad Dal Dhokli. The name suggests, like Dal Dhokli, everybody loves it, everybody like it. But sometimes people don't like to make the dough and then roll it and then make the roti out of that, cut them and this and that. Basically, it's like this is the original version, basically. How we do it, we cut basically that roti and make the things and then put it in the dal and make a dal dhokli out of that. This we are doing with papad, but there is another version also, like we can do it out of pasta. It's called fusion, Indo-American dal dhokli. You can take any kind of pasta you like, basically. Like this is, in this case, this is a bow tie pasta. Basically, it holds the little gravy of dal and everything when we eat it. There is a kind of, you can see the cavity and this thing, it will hold those dal. And this also as well, it tastes so good and tasty also. Basically, you have to boil the pasta and then put it in the dal, basically. And what we are going to do today is our Papad Dal Dhokli. Basically, these are the papad. If you take mari papad, that will take a good, it will taste basically better than any other papad kind of, I think, masala or maybe jeera papad thing. So I prefer myself mari papad, but you can go what you like, basically. So we are taking about 10 papads like this, mari papad, and just to show you that you don't have to go by the brand, but this is basically you can get the papad, mari papad. So we cut into the same bite size of pieces, like exactly what we do in dal dhokli. I have already pre-cut this thing so that we don't waste the time, and just kept one for you. Either you can use the scissor to cut it, or you can just simply tear it like halfway first, then another halfway, and then just cut to the size of what you like. Okay, so this is how we are prepared the papad. Now, as the recipe says, everything quantity wise, but you can adjust according to your taste. We take 1 cup of tur dal, or it's also called arad dal. Soak it for about 1 hour or so. Then either you can do it in pressure cooker, or you can do it in Instapot if you like, or you can straight away do it, boil the water and then put the dal, let it boil, and then you can cook that way. So you have 3 options. You can put even in microwave to do it also. So this is 1 cup of tur dal, and we have taken about 1/8 cup of chana dal, basically. This gives little more better textures to tur dal, basically, once it is done. So that also you have to cook it, and I have done both the things ready. So this is the yield out of 1 cup of tur dal, and this is chana dal, basically, when it is cooked out of this. So now we start with, we just do the tadka first in there. We take a little oil. I will go with my regular stove rather than this will take long time. So we'll come back again then. Take about 2 spoons of oil, whatever you like, avocado oil, olive oil, or oil of your choice, basically. Mixture of those things and that. So once it's get little heated, we put, by the way, this is my masala for today's thing, what we are going to do everything. So these are the basic masala we can all use for our Paryushan recipes, basically. You must have seen in the cookbook also, there is a full page of showing all the different masalas and how we do it. Yeah? So we just take the mustard, just about 1 teaspoon, or okay. Then we put half a teaspoon of jeera, which is the cumin seed. We add that hing, which is the asafoetida, and I like to put more. It gives a really good flavor, but you can do whatever you can handle. But I suggest you at least half a teaspoon of that.
Sunny, the voice is not coming clearly when he's talking. Can you check?
Now it's okay.
Yeah, I think it's okay
yeah.
now. So yeah, just maybe a little bit closer to the camera.
Okay.
Can you, Pravin bhai, can you just go ahead and repeat what did you put in the tadka so far?
Okay. Take your oil, heat it up, put mustard seed, 3/4 to 1 teaspoon. Then put half a teaspoon of jeera. Then I put hing, which is asafoetida, and then put a little bit of 1/4 teaspoon of this methi seeds, fenugreek methi seeds. Okay, then we put just 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of dhania jeera powder, which is cumin and coriander seed powder. This how much you can take it up to you, but at least I think 3/4 minimum you should. Okay, this is done, and we just put some water. As it starts boiling, I just put it on the ice. This is a pre-cooked dal. As I said, you can do it in pressure cooker, you can do it in Instapot, or you can do it on stove. And this is chana dal to give little crunchy bite. I will take back to the main so it will be much faster. This is a very commercial stove. It's up to 12 to 18,000 BTUs basically, so it won't take much time. Meanwhile, we add salt, of course, to your taste. Remember, papad has a lot of salt also, so try putting accordingly. But just putting about 1 teaspoon of salt right now. You can always take, you can rather add it later on rather than. And even we put good for little balancing out about 2 teaspoon of good. We add peanuts basically. You could add at the time of frying also. So and just add 1 teaspoon of raising or craisin, whatever you like, you can have it. This case, I'm taking craisins basically.
I just want to say one thing. Craisins are basically dried cranberries, so you can easily find in the stores, and that's called dried cranberries. You can either find it the one that's sugar coated, or there are some available like as natural. So it's up to you which one you want to use, but it definitely adds more flavor to this overall dish.
So basically now the dal is getting to boil, starting to get boil. And once they start boiling, we'll put our papad in there. Measuring spoon. Okay, for a little tartness, I'm adding about half a teaspoon of amchur powder and a little bit of citric acid. We don't use lemon during Paryushan, so now it started boiling, so we just put a little bit of citric acid. It started boiling, so we will only thing here to be this we do at the last because otherwise it will become soggy and they will stick to each other because papad are little stickier than what we make real dal dhokli. So you have to do slowly so that it doesn't get stuck to each other. And after it's done, it will take hardly 2-3 minutes. Then we have to start eating right away. You can use your judgment. If you think you need more dhokli, then you can add more papad or dhokli. If you think it's too much, you can add less. But it has to be little liquidy as well as it should have a proper papad or whatever means you use, either real dhokli or. And always it is good to just taste it so that you know everything is good to go. A little bit of good because it will balance out this thing. Okay, it's done. We take it to the serving. And you may use a little bit of kasuri methi, if you like it. It gives a little good flavor. And if you would like to use dried curry patta powder.
Your
And
dried curry patta powder is so green. That's amazing.
okay, there is a secret about it. I tell you what, when you dry the curry patta, don't put it in the sun or anywhere else. Wash it totally dry, wet dry. That my wife does, Lena. After that, take a pizza pan basically, and on that pizza pan, put a paper towel and just spread out all the curry pattas and put it in a refrigerator for about 3, 4, 5 days. Once it is dry, because the refrigerator basically it's a dehumidifier, so it will take up all the moisture basically. And then you blend it, the color will be so bright and green. The same thing is with cilantro color. Same way you can do cilantro, same way you can do mint also, basically. So color will remain the same as what you will see.
So basically, you dry it in the refrigerator. Is that the idea? Instead of the sun, right? To
Exactly.
maintain the green color. Okay.
That is true. Very true. And this is
Wow.
little bit of cranberries. So we are done.
Awesome. That looks so appetizing. I wish I could just taste it.
I invite you all to join this basically, but at least we have some guests here, so we will serve them. You can ask them later.
Wow. We would love to see who's the audience actually. That would be good that you're giving the live demo to actual live. Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Yes, everyone. Yes. Good, good.
Okay, now let's put it aside and let's go to the next one.
I want to mention one thing to our listeners, that the cookbook that we have compiled is not just about the recipe, obviously. And when you go towards the end of the cookbook, you will find essential pantry staple part where we have included most of the staple pantry staples which includes lentils, legumes, or some different spices. So we have included the pictures. We have mentioned it in what is it called in English, what is it called in Gujarati or Hindi, and also some nutritional highlights about that pantry staple items. So if you don't have any idea about what is this called, or those who are new to cooking, that would be really helpful to them as well.
Okay, the next one we are doing is Tofu Chhole. So name suggests it's tofu and chole combination basically. So to do that, we take 1 cup, depending for how many people you are doing, but basically I don't know how much I had shown. I had shown 2 dried garbanzo beans. Basically, you soak them at least 4 to 6 hours in a hot water. So once it is soaked, then you either again pressure cook, or you can do Instapot, or you can do on the stove. You have to cook them, and once it is done, it will be like this chole, like we call it chole. And on the other hand, we take firm tofu. This is the firm tofu, basically out of the box. We cut it into half inches cubes, or the size whatever you like. And then you can stir fry them with a little chili flakes on that. And if you would like, sprinkle slightly salt, and even you can sprinkle some cilantro flakes if you would like to do. So these are basically stir fried tofu basically. So now we'll take this and just, I think, let me do some part over there so it will be faster, then I'll bring it here. So I'm using avocado oil for this. Just take 2 teaspoons of avocado oil. So once it's a little bit heated, then we put this is cinnamon sticks a little bit to get some better flavor. This is variali or soft, or and then put jeera, about 1 teaspoon. And a little bit of mustard seed. Just cover it up so that it doesn't sputter. So it's done. So let's stop. Put some masala before it goes there. We put half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. If you have chole masala, you can put chole masala powder. This is again hing, just half a teaspoon of hing, basically. This is amchur powder, about 1 teaspoon of amchur powder. And about 2 teaspoons of this chole masala. I have taken it off from the gas because I don't want to burn those masalas. And we can put to your taste at least half a teaspoon of red chili powder. We fry them on a low heat. You get nice aroma of everything roasting, basically. So at that point, we add chole. We add cashew paste. I have you can soak about 10 to 12 cashews in little warm water for at least half an hour or so, and then blend it to make it paste, and then add the paste.
I just want to add one thing. If you don't have time and if you're thinking of making this recipe at the last moment, obviously, if you have the chickpeas boiled, then for the cashew paste, what you can do is just, boil the water in your tea kettle. That would take hardly about a minute. And then soak the cashews, with that boiling water. And in about 5 minutes, you should have smooth cashews. And that paste turns out really good compared to, half an hour or an hour soaking the cashews in hot water.
And by the way, even if you don't have any of the things, everything is okay. Don't worry that I don't have this, so let me not do that. No, we do it. Without even one thing, it will still taste the good same. Adding little water. It's better if you save the water, like when you cook the garbanzo, you save that water so that is little. It gives little richer, thicker gravy. I unfortunately didn't save it, but it should be good to save it. Okay, now I just do on high.
Also, I want to tell to listener that if you do include nuts in your Paryushan diet, then instead of cashews, if you don't have whole cashews, if you don't want to go through making the paste of the cashews, then you can use almond flour, which is blanched almond flour, and that if you have it in pantry staples, and you can just take it out and then add that while you're making the gravy, and it will still give you the thickness that you deserve from making the paste, either almond or cashew paste.
And by the way, there are a lot of, I mean, not a lot of people, but there are some people, particularly in India, they don't use any nuts. So if you don't eat nuts during Paryushan, that's fine, do without that also. We add this all about 3/4 tablespoon for now. I guess we did everything we need to do except the tofu. We need to add some little more water. Okay, it's now bubbling. So at this point, we add our fried tofu. You can add more or less to your choice. If you like more tofu, you put more. You can do less if you like less. Okay, so it's almost done. So the last thing, just before that, I always do, even if you are sure, but still I suggest to check it out if everything is to your taste. Good to go. I just put a little water because it will taste good. You can sprinkle a little bit of chili flakes. And now at the end, you put kasuri methi. Just take, this is already, we just blend it and just keep it like a semi-powder form. But then even with that, you crush it before it, so that brings out all the flavor. So we are done. Ready to be served. I don't know how many minutes it took, maybe 10, 12, or I mean, of course, with the pre-preparation. Let me take this serving bowl. So now presentation a little bit. Okay. This is a little again curry patta powder.
Just to confirm, it's the fresh curry leaves, right? And then you dried it.
It's not
use it.
right.
Right. Okay.
And
Yeah, we
this
had
is
a question.
again dried. This is dried cilantro,
Nice.
and I was looking for this dude. This is also little mint powder, so just a sprinkle, just bit for a nice flavor. And for garnishing, because it's a tofu, just to show that we had tofu thing, just we put 1 or 2 and put little chili flakes. So it's all yours to go.
Wow.
Enjoy.
I really see you enjoy cooking so much. That's so inspiring. That's good. It looks amazing.
I hope everybody makes it and they like it and they love it.
Yeah.
By the way, it's not only what I have been doing or what I have done. This is, of course, I'm doing my recipes, but there are so many contributors. They have spent quite a bit of time. So please explore all the recipes.
Absolutely.
So we are done with this. We go with the next round.
The next one I'm really interested in. I really want to see how you make it, because my kids will love it too.
Yeah, so I guess it's a very simple item and probably everybody would love it. Yeah? Okay, so just let's put it a little bit here and there. And let me take a pen. Okay, we are doing next one is coconut burfi. For that, this is dried, finely desiccated coconut flakes, basically. So we take about 2 cups or 1.5, depending what how much you want to make it. 2 cups will be a lot more, but just to showing purpose, I'm just taking 2 cups. Or let me start for 1 cup. It will be enough for at least eat at the same time. Of course, I think recipe I have taken 2 cups, so why not go with the same measurement? Where's my measuring cup? Uh, okay, I'm looking for cup, but it's here. So let me take this thing out. One, 2 cup exactly. We take just a bit of coconut oil so that it gets roasted better. Very little.
And you roast it at low
You
flame.
can do
What is the heat temperature?
Yeah.
Medium heat?
In the beginning, you can have medium, then turn it down to low. But you have to make sure it doesn't burn, basically.
Okay.
I will go take it over there to make it a little faster.
And what should be the sign? Like how do we know that it's roasted? Does it change the color or?
It will look a little brownish, just you can say like a pale gold or little brownish. Or see, right now it's totally snow white, basically.
Yes. Yes.
You have to go on stirring so that it doesn't burn anywhere one place.
Yeah, it looks like that's the key. So otherwise you'll end up burning it.
And I remember almost 10 years back, there was one what's the name? Television. What was the name?
Some show.
Something. It was some vegan promoting television. They always do a lot of TV shows on videos, and
Okay.
that to Jain Center, and they had done a whole 1-day show. And I did about 7 recipes. I will note down 7 recipes that time. You can Google Karmale's cuisine for Jainism. You will find that page. Karmale's cuisine for Jainism.
Sunny, could you please type it in the chat so people can also see it?
See, now it's turning brown. It's a little darker brown because I had to put it higher to get it done faster. But that's okay.
Yeah. We can see the color has been changed. It's browning up, yes.
Right. So now into this, we will add our coconut cream. It's about a half a cup and if required, we can add some more.
So I'm not sure if everybody knows how to get the coconut cream. It's basically, how do you do it, Pravin Bhai? Because what I do is
it's available in the store also. Basically, if you don't want to go through the process of doing it, it's easier because I guess in the busy schedule, nobody probably would do it at home. But if you would like to do it, you can do it like take a fresh coconut, take out all the what you call cream of that. They have to take little water, then blend it and then boil it to make it a kind of a paste. Then you have to strain it so that all those things go away, basically. But it is a time processing, and I'm sure new generation probably won't have time to do all those things.
I agree. I agree.
I have used also is not homemade; it's a regular store bought.
Mm-hmm.
I think we still might need something more, so you can.
So the stove is off, right? Or is it on?
It's a low, very low.
It's low. Okay. Okay. So we keep it on low and add this.
Yeah. This is very low.
Okay.
But you can take it off also, yes. Because it's getting more darker.
Okay.
I think I will need to add some more. Go on adding till then it absorbs everything. And you think now it's a little kind of a binding consistency.
Okay. So you look for binding consistency until that you keep on adding cream.
Right. Okay. It should stay together.
Got it.
I guess now it should be, yeah, see, now it will stay together.
Okay.
Okay, now we add to this is a kind of sugar, whatever form of sugar you like, you can add it. I think I have a date syrup. I will add that date syrup. So
Oh, wow. I didn't know date syrup would turn out good in this one.
it's a sweetness basically, and it
Yes,
tastes
yes.
gives little taste of dates also. Only thing it will turn little brownish, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's much more healthier option.
Right? Yes, that's what I'm looking for.
Yes.
And sometimes when you buy the cream, it's already sweetened cream, so you make sure that what kind of cream it is. Sometimes you even don't need to put any sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And then we eat cardamom seed. I'm out of cardamom seeds, so I will use cardamom powder for a flavor. And now we'll take saffron to that. Add a pinch of saffron. I have just roasted a little bit and then just crushed it. These are cardamom seeds, so that when you eat it, it just comes in between like a biting. That gives a good feeling and even taste. This will be like a chocolatey, but still it's white and brown chocolatey. Let me try. I don't know how sweet was the condensed coconut milk. I think it's good enough. It's not too sweet at the same time. It's but if you eat more sweeter, then you can definitely add some more to it.
And what is the
Okay.
storage part of it? So let's say, we cannot consume everything that we made on the same day. How do you store it and how long does it stay good in refrigerator?
Refrigerators, yes, because there is no water involved.
Uh-huh.
You can keep up to at least minimum 7 days, I'm sure. I have kept it at stage, yes.
But you recommend refrigerating it, right? Rather than keeping it at room temperature?
Definitely refrigerator.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
Like we talked about that needy homeless serving food.
Yes.
One of the item was this that time for a lot of people, and they really loved it. And even at the temple, Jain Center, recently there was one teacher training program at the center, and I had the same sweet again that time, and people really loved it.
Wow.
Okay, so we're done. So let it cool down a little bit. You can add nuts of your choice, whatever you like, or don't like, don't put any.
Uh-huh.
This is almond. And this is pistachio, but we'll put it on the garnish on the top. So I think I will add one probably teaspoon of coconut cream.
The good part about this recipe is that there is no specific instruction you have to follow.
Yeah.
Basically, you can add the sweetness later on if you find it like, less sweet, or you can add the coconut cream later on if you find it that it's binding properly. So that's a good part because, not everybody can cook so perfectly, perfectly. So
Yeah, that is right, Megha. It's very true. And you don't need a big science to do all this thing. It's very simple.
yeah.
Okay, we are done. So let's now do the assembly part, garnishing or presentation, whatever you can call it. Now we don't need you. Thank you, guys. Okay, so we bring over, one way to present is like take a cupcake mold basically, and with the ice cream scoop, we just put each one and garnish with whatever you want and whatever you like. Okay, so just take one scoop, then just try to press it a little bit hard so that doesn't separate, and just okay, voila. If you don't want to make bigger, you can put a half scoop filled also, so it will be little smaller.
Do you recommend to roll it with hands, or this is the
You
easiest
can
way?
do with the hand also. If you don't have ice cream scoop, of course, with the hand also. I will show you that also.
Okay.
And sometimes hands turns out to be better in the sense like take exact amount.
I see.
And only thing you have to make sure it's not too hot,
Yeah, right.
And then just like doing ladwa, like so it will stay. And then this will keep in a shape. Basically, here it just crumble.
Mm-hmm.
And then go on pudding. So this is one way of showing everything, and this is another way of presenting. Like take a crackers and then spread around, and still take I think this is a big spoon for that. So take a smaller scoop. And then you can do even with the hand same way. You can do oblong also, like with the spoon, like this way.
Then the entire thing becomes edible. Zero
Right.
waste, no papers.
So I'm not doing everything. So just with this, we'll finish the rest of the other There is so many different ways to present this. If you have what you call no, not condensed. No. Hello, flour karo so.
Hand blender? What do you
No. Hello, flour karo so. No. Hello, so can malaya.
Coconut whipped cream.
Whipped cream, yes.
Whipped cream. Oh, okay.
Make a flour of whipped cream. I just somehow blanked out that thing, whipped cream. Okay, so it makes a nice flour with that can. Either coconut, cashew. There are so many vegan varieties available.
Yes.
So you make a flour of that. First, sprinkle a little bit of pistachio, and on the top white flour, and again sprinkle some pistachios. It will green, nice color. And here also.
This could be a really good Diwali sweets, one of the plant-based Diwali sweets.
Right. And let's ask someone to try.
Yeah,
You can
sure.
try.
We can see that
By the way,
expression live.
The videography is done by Photography, Yes Doshi. He's a very close friend or family, you can say. So, Kaishal bhai, to Kaishal, let's call Kaishal to try. By the way, Kaishal is vegan for a long time.
So, wow, Pravin, this is amazing.
Like it?
I really love it.
Oh,
Thank you.
Nice.
It's perfect. It's not too sweet. It's, I think, right amount of sweet. So this is amazing. Thank you.
Wow,
Thank you,
good.
Now, anybody has any question?
There were some questions, but I think we already answered on the chat. But if anybody has any question, please write that in the chat box and Pravin Bhai will be happy to answer.
Right. You can speak if you see that in the chart, then I can, I don't have in front of me that screen.
Actually, we have some people mentioning that today dinner for me is chole, tofu, and naan. So that's exciting. Please, if you ever make this, recipes, take picture, share it on Jain Vegan Initiative Instagram page, just tag us. We would love to include you over there. And we want to share your pictures with other audience as well. Because at the end of the day, the goal is to spread this awareness, and make people's life easier by cooking this very quick and easy meals.
And don't forget to put your comments, whether you liked it or not like it. It should be honest, basically, your opinion. And I'm sure you will like it, but still, if you do something wrong and if you don't like, don't tell me that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But if you do this way and don't like, then it's a different thing. I accept that, So I think we are pretty much done in time, basically.
Yes, we're just a little over, I think, about 8 minutes. That's fine.
Right, yeah. But that always happens. But I thank you all for being a part of this demonstration. And I hope that you will continue to do more and more other recipe. And hold on for announcement. It might come in future, maybe some more this kind of demonstrations. And by the way, again, I clap for Ruchita and Megha. Both have done tremendously, very, I think, working so hard. Sometimes they have slept for only hardly 4 or 5 hours. By the way, Ruchika could not join today because she's in India and twice. She said, she already wished us that everything goes smoothly, but she said she definitely will watch the video later on. So with this, we'll end today's things. And thank you for giving me this opportunity, Megha, Ruchika, and all the team members, Sunny, and thank you all. Yes, Kaishal, and whoever other people like Pratik or I don't remember everybody, but just everyone. Thank you all.
No, thank you so much, Pravin Bhai, for being here. Truly, I mean, so many people enjoyed it. The people who could not join today are going to view this video on YouTube. It will help many people. And thank you for, recognizing our effort as well. Also, the cameraman, Yash Bhai, please if you can come in front of,
Yes,
just put the camera there and just come next to Pravin Bhai so people can see you. Yay! Thank you so much. Your photography is awesome, and that helped us a lot to the viewers enjoy looking at this stuff, looking at Pravin Bhai. Yes, thank you so much for your help today.
No problem.
Thank you again.
Wonderful. Thank you, everyone. Once again, we have a downloadable cookbook, which we've shared in the link in the chat. And we'll also be posting this recording on our YouTube channel as well as on our social media. And yeah, please let us know how you feel. We would love to have more events like this, maybe even make like a series, And actually, Kishal, if you want to share any final words, please.
Yeah, I also would like to say thank you, Sunny. Amazing, great leadership. Of course, everyone said, but it goes without saying. Ruchika, Megha, Pratik, amazing job. Jaina email is already out. More than 28,000 people have already got through Jaina email. So, and also I have sent the email to all the presidents of Jain Center. They are going to forward to all of their members. So people who are not in Jaina's distribution list, they will also get it. So I think it will be in the hands of every Jain family in North America. So then that was our goal. And I think we were able to achieve that. So again, thank you all. It's a great teamwork. Appreciate it.
And again, I request you all, if you can, just watch Karmala's Cuisine for Jainism. There are 6 or 7 different vegan recipes on there. So you probably will love it. It's a 10 plus years back. So you will see me in a different form, probably.